A top-tier spy unknowingly adopts a telepathic girl, marries an elite assassin, and gets a dog that can predict the future. Twilight is a man living in Westalis who has abandoned his own identity to become the greatest spy for the organization-wise. After successfully infiltrating and posing as the shady businessman Edgar, he receives a coded message in a newspaper from an old man who meows at him. On a train, Twilight reads his next mission, Operation Strix. His task is to get close to Donovan Desmond, the leader of the National Unity Party in Westalis. To do so, Twilight must quickly create a fake family by marrying and having a child to infiltrate Eden College, where Donovan's son is a student. This will allow him to gather intelligence during the school's social gatherings. With only 1 week to assemble his pretend family, Twilight creates the alter ego Lloyd Forger, a psychiatrist. His first stop is a shady orphanage to find a child who can read and write. At the orphanage, Lloyd meets Anya, a little girl the orphanage owner claims is quiet and doesn't speak much. Secretly, the owner finds Anya creepy and wants to get rid of her. Unbeknownst to Lloyd, Anya possesses telepathic abilities due to experiments conducted on her by a mysterious organization. Reading Lloyd's mind, Anya quickly realizes he's a spy and pretends to be smarter and older to convince him she's the perfect child for his mission. She impresses him by solving a complex crossword puzzle, leading Lloyd to adopt her on the spot. He instructs Anya to call him father and takes her to his apartment. At home, Anya enthusiastically watches her favorite TV show, Spy Wars, but Lloyd soon begins to doubt her intelligence and considers replacing her with another child. Anya overhears his thoughts with her telepathy, causing her to burst into tears. To calm her down, Lloyd buys her favorite snack, peanuts. On their way home, Anya gets tired and asks Lloyd to carry her, which rattles him as he struggles to understand her behavior. Desperate to better connect with her, Lloyd borrows books about children, but his efforts to get Anya to study prove frustrating. Determined to ensure her place at Eden College, Lloyd meets with his informant, Frankie Franklin, who provides an entrance exam form, appointment details, and a copy of the test questions. Frankie also shares Anya's troubled history, revealing she has been adopted 4 times in the past year and returned each time. Left alone in the apartment, Anya unlocks Lloyd's spy equipment using codes she read from his mind and accidentally sends a message to Edgar, pretending to be Twilight and mocking him. Returning home, Lloyd discovers the barricade he set up has been tampered with and finds the apartment ransacked by intruders. He swiftly defeats the men but realizes Anya has been kidnapped. Suddenly attacked from behind, Lloyd is captured and brought to Edgar with a bag over his head. When the bag is removed, Edgar is stunned to find that Lloyd has disguised himself as one of his own men. Lloyd escapes with Anya, but her tears trigger painful memories of his own childhood, when he was helpless and alone. He hands Anya a note instructing her to run to the police, while he goes back to confront Edgar's gang. Inside, Lloyd sets traps and takes down the gang one by one, finally confronting Edgar. Holding a gun to Edgar's head, Lloyd threatens him, warning that he'll harm his daughter if he continues to interfere. Leaving the building, Lloyd finds Anya waiting for him. Moved by her loyalty, Lloyd decides to keep her, remembering that she's been returned every time she's been adopted. He resolves to be the one who won't let her down. To keep them safe, Lloyd tells Anya they need to move to a new apartment because their old one was infested with snakes. Settled into their new home, Lloyd intensifies Anya's study sessions to prepare her for the Eden College entrance exam. He drills her with the test copy, and she manages to pass, but the next phase of the enrollment process requires both parents to attend an interview, meaning Lloyd now needs a wife. Yeah, a single woman in her late 20s who works at a tailor shop, comes into the picture. Secretly an S-rank assassin, yet enters into a marriage of convenience with Lloyd. They move in together, and Lloyd alters their marriage certificate to make it appear they've been married for a year to avoid scrutiny. He sets up their home, explaining that they'll have separate rooms but should share one when visitors are present. Ye quickly unpacks and shares a photo of herself with her younger brother, sparking Lloyd's interest. After Anya's exam, Ye mentions she doesn't have suitable clothing for the upcoming interview, so Lloyd suggests they go to a tailor. The trio rehearses for the interview, during which Lloyd explains that the school judges parents and children on their social standing and cultural refinement. Despite their efforts, Lloyd feels they lack the elegance required and considers abandoning the mission. To lift their spirits, he suggests they spend the day learning about what is suitable for a distinguished family. During their outing, Anya asks to hold hands with Ya, who happily obliges but recalls accidentally hurting her brother's hand in the past and resolves to be gentler. As Anya listens to these thoughts, she suddenly runs away from Ya. Lloyd, worried about the success of their mission, becomes visibly frustrated, unable to think of a backup plan. Ya, seeing his distress, suggests they take a break and leads them to a park she frequents to relax. Unexpectedly, they witness a thief snatch an old woman's purse, and Yu immediately gives chase, with Lloyd following closely behind. Lloyd loses sight of the thief in the crowded streets, but Anya, using her telepathy, points him out near a cake shop. Lloyd captures the thief, retrieves the purse, and helps the old woman, who expresses gratitude, saying they make a wonderful family. Embarrassed but encouraged by the praise, Lloyd conducts another practice interview at home, achieving better results. On the day of the school interview, Lloyd prepares Ya and Anya for what lies ahead. Upon arrival, Lloyd senses they're being watched, and the instructors, led by Housemaster Henry Henderson, evaluate the families based on their elegance and composure. During the interview, the forgers encounter various challenges designed to test their character, including helping a student trapped in a gutter and handling a chaotic stampede of farm animals. His combat skills come in handy when she disables the lead cow with pinpoint accuracy, stopping the herd. Anya, reading the cow's thoughts, reassures it, and the animals calmly return to their pens. Impressed, Henderson acknowledges their grace and resourcefulness. However, during the interview, the atmosphere turns tense when one of the interviewers, Murdoch Swan, a bitter and divorced man, tries to provoke Anya into crying by asking her about her past. Anya's tears spark an outburst from Ya, and Lloyd struggles to maintain control, smashing the table in anger but managing to pass it off as killing a mosquito. Despite the rocky interview, Lloyd and his family leave with their heads held high, but Lloyd feels ashamed of his emotional reaction and doubts their chances. On the day of the results, the forgers anxiously search for Anya's name on the board, only to find it missing. However, Henry Henderson soon informs them that Anya has been placed at the top of the waiting list, a decision influenced by Lloyd's heroic act of saving Murdoch Swan from the dangerous mosquito. A few days later, they receive the call confirming Anya's acceptance into Eden Academy, and the family celebrates. Frankie visits, suggesting that Lloyd reward Anya with something special, and she requests a Spy Wars-themed castle rescue reenactment. Despite his initial reluctance, Lloyd agrees, and Wise arranges a plane and agents, believing it to be an emergency mission. Lloyd takes on the role of Lloydman, the heroic protagonist, while Frankie plays the villain. As Lloyd navigates the castle filled with agents, he faces numerous challenges, using his combat skills to defeat them and ascend the tower where Anya is being held captive. Midway through the reenactment, Ya, in a drunken state, stumbles in as the villainous witch Eurotisha but quickly passes out after breaking a shoe heel. Unfazed, Lloyd continues the performance, defeating Frankie in a dramatic showdown and rescuing Anya, who beams with joy. As fireworks light up the sky, Lloyd and Anya share a quiet moment, with Anya expressing her gratitude for everything Lloyd has done for her. She promises to work hard at her new school, and they all look forward to their new life at Eden Academy. The forgers, though unconventional, embrace their unique roles as a family, united in their secret missions and newfound bonds. That's it for today's video. See you in the next one.